Well, hello friends, welcome back to the program. Today we are going to try porting another classic 90s video game. So we had so much fun with Diablo that I figured we would try Duke Nukem 3D, another classic. And I know the source is available, so let's see. I guess this is like the original source dump, and then we have a port. So really what we're looking for is a modern operating system port, right? And SDL2, that's exactly what we have. Optional 3D acceleration, perfect. So we don't have 3D acceleration in Serenity, so that's fine. I guess let's just grab the source and take a look around. So okay, so looks like a makefile build system. Not the funnest, but there's no CMake lists or autoconf stuff or whatever, so I guess let's just try to build on Linux first. Okay, so JF build makefile shared. Did we need to get submodules maybe? Yes, we did. Okay, let's try that again. Make. So, seems to build fine-ish on Linux. A lot of warnings, but that's pretty common with these ports of older things that they're full of little weird things that modern compilers complain about and older compilers just didn't pick up on. So how do we, just thinking, can we configure this build somehow? But let's see, so what did we get? We got build and Duke 3D, so I'm guessing it's Duke 3D. There's no -- help. So it has a launcher window. So this looks like GTK or something, right? So we definitely don't have GTK on Serenity, so we're gonna need to patch this out somehow. So what happens if we start? Well, I don't know why I thought I could start because I didn't give it any game data. Okay, so it will search in the current directory and in my home directory .jf Duke 3D. So let's just, I have game data, but let's just create this thing. It already exists. Oh, okay. So I have game data in Duke 3D. So let's just copy everything to JF Duke 3D. And can we just run? Yeah, so
let's rock.
This seems cool enough. So of course, on Linux, everything we kind of expect everything to work, but it's just good to have a reference point that we know this works. So let's see, compilation options, right? Some engine features may be enabled or disabled. That's awesome. So let's see what we want. Disable the true 3D renderer. Yes, please. So we pass these to make, sure. So let's build again with the reduced set of options here. So use polymos 0, use OpenGL 0, and without GTK, that's perfect. We don't even need to patch it out ourselves. Yeah, so it's just used to provide a launch window and load save file choosers. Because obviously the original DOS game didn't have any launch window or anything like that. So okay, so now what did we get? Oh, we got something much more bare bones, that's for sure. Can I make this thing windowed, I wonder? Okay. Well, that's perfect. That's really what we want. We just want the super bare bones, no launcher, no nothing. So I think we're good to try to port this then. So let's make a new directory here. We'll just clone this one, call it .serenity, and let's see. So what do we need to do? I guess we need to set up our Serenity toolchain in the path. So local bin, put that in the path so we get our compiler. Right? Okay. And then we want to do the same make command, except we will just override the compiler. Does this have any C++? It does have some, apparently. I don't know, but they're invoking it. All right, well, doesn't matter. We have a C++ compiler, so. Okay. Oh. Oh shit, I can't do that. Okay, let's just do this. Don't have to get fancy here. Okay. So clean build, and we are hitting trouble with unknown Indianness. Okay, well that sounds fixable. So jf build blah blah compat h 143. Right, unknown Indianness. So neither one of be little or big Indian are set, because these are just set based on what operating system you have. So I guess they don't even have a fallback. They just have like either it's Linux or one of the BSDs or Apple or Win32. But what about us? I think we do have mdn.h, and it's directly in libc. So that means that should be identical to what Linux does. So we can just do like this. And although I wonder, should it be sysendian or just endian? I wonder what POSIX says about that. POSIX is getting endian.h. From what, 2011? Okay. And accepted as marked. Okay, I don't know how to interpret the POSIX bug tracker, but let's see. So it looks to me like they're just adding it as endian.h, not sysendian.h. So let's just resolved applied. Okay, I guess maybe it will be in the next POSIX then. So let's just roll with this one, because that seems to be where the standard is heading. Okay, that's cool. Let's try to build some more. A lot of warnings. Like these warnings are almost like they make it harder to to see what's going on. Okay, so we got some errors. Okay. FIO NBIO undeclared. Sure, that's an IO cuddle that we don't have. But I've seen that before. It's like the old way of setting a socket non-blocking, I think. So OpenBSD supports it. Let's see what they say. It's IO cuddle, blah blah blah. FIO NBIO, set non-blocking IO mode if the argument is non-zero. In non-blocking mode, read or write, blah 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 blah. Yeah, so it's equivalent to the O non-block socket file descriptor flag, I think. So we could probably just implement this IO cuddle in Serenity. So let's just add it. Okay, and this is IO cuddle, and it's should it be valid for all file descriptions? I think we can just do something here, like if request is FIO and bio. Wait, we need the IO cuddle numbers. So if the request is FIO and bio and the argument is not zero, that's what they said, right? FIO and bio if the argument is non-zero. Then we make description set blocking false and return a case success. Yeah, I think that's actually the whole implementation of FIO and bio. Let's see that compiles, but it shouldn't be more than that because we already have non-blocking IO. Let's see. Kernel plus libc. Implement IO cuddle sys IO cuddle FIO and bio. This is another older way of making a file descriptor non-blocking. Cool. I guess we can try to build some more here. Oh, right, we have to do an install in Serenity so that the new libc headers become available to Duke Nukem. All right, and then we have IP receive destination address. I don't know, some sock option that I don't recognize. Some IPv6 sock options that I also don't recognize. In6add any, probably the same as inadd or any, but for IPv6. Struct iovec, struct storage size not known, probably just missing an include because we have iovecs. Then send source adder. I don't know what these things are. IPv6 packet info. So it would be nice to just patch or like to build without IPv6 stuff because we don't really support IPv6. Like we have a handful of data structures and I'm kind of adding little IPv6 data structure bits and pieces every now and then, but there's no like real support behind it or anything. So I don't know, there's a lot of IPv6 stuff going on here, so let's just take a look at it, and maybe we should actually open this in CLion. Let's see. Let's see if we can open this as a makefile project. Open as project. And trust or preview. Let's preview in safe mode. Don't necessarily trust this project. I don't know what that means. I guess it's like if you trust it, then it might run arbitrary code, right? Which, you know, if I didn't trust it, it would be too late now because I've already built and run the thing. Okay, already filing some C-line bug reports here. Are we good? Okay, so we wanted to look at, what was it called? Multi. Right. No, don't care. Define use IPv6. Well, that sounds really interesting. What if you just don't define that? Does that cut down on errors? Still seeing IPv6 stuff. What do they do with that flag? Okay. They only check it in one place? Well, maybe we could help them a little bit here by, let's see, let's just look for these things. So here, like we know that the domain is never going to be this, so we can just not compile this stuff and improve this code by allowing you to patch out IPv6. Look at that, a complete success. So I guess there's more of that. Yeah, here's more stuff. Also, this looks like it's like the multiplayer code for Duke Nukem, and I don't really care about that right now. Like, I don't have anyone to play with anyway. So I'm just gonna... Like, the criteria right now is to just make this file build. I don't really care about the functionality of it. So just patching that out. Is that everything? Okay, and then what's this? So IP received destination address something something. I don't know what that is. Let's look that up. I like to look at the history section or whatever to see if this is supported by others. Or is this like a FreeBSD thing or what? Not defined, okay. It appears in Mac OS X and FreeBSD. So I guess it's the same for that guy, probably. Request adder. Oh, what's going on here? So if defined Linux or Win32, then we do IP packet info. Otherwise, we do this one. So this is like everything other than Linux and Win32. I guess we already know actually from the other from the Endian thing that they consider Linux, Win32, BSD, and Apple are like the four systems that exist. So it kind of makes sense that they would make that assumption here. So let's look this thing up then. What is IP packet info? Is that POSIX? Probably not POSIX. They are Linux specific. Right. Interesting then that they are available with Win32. I wonder if that's, I don't know what that's about. It's interesting. So I guess what we could do here is just, like the easiest thing to do is to just say like if defined Serenity. We don't have this thing, so we can't really do anything about this. So like if 0, basically. Okay, and then it occurs in a handful of places. Yeah, because I don't know. I don't want to implement whatever, like ancillary messages and stuff like that. That's a lot of things to build just for some functionality that I don't even care about here. So I think we'll do this for now. Guess we can just do nothing here. Yeah, I will just loop. That's fine. And then, oops. Here we need to do something as well. We can just do nothing. Do nothing. Yeah. Okay. So IOVEC. Oh yeah, right. So IOVEC, they are in sys UIO for use with readv and writev. Invalid storage class for is same address. Oh wait, did I screw up? I screwed up the curly braces somehow. I guess with one of the do nothing things. Right, so this one should not open a curly. Oh, cool. Okay, so that takes care of that file actually. That's awesome. So this is all changes in the Duke Nukem repo. Let's see. Let's add these as patches here so that we can keep track of everything. I mean, as commits. So SerenityOS get endianness from endian.h. And then can we get only that? I mean, actually, let's just batch up multi-z to build on SerenityOS main. Change I've made here is more is use IPv6 macro more to avoid compiling code. IPv6 6 related code, since we don't support that on SerenityOS anyway. Yeah. We also don't have IP bucket info or the BSD specific equivalent. So patch that stuff out for us, SerenityOS as well. All right. So that's cool. And now our problem is SDL related. Presumably because it is trying to use SDL from the host, I guess. So we need to figure out how to pass in the location of Serenity's SDL. Okay, so Sdl Config C flags comes from where? From JF build makefile shared. All right. Oh, they just run Sdl2 config, which is so this is going to pick up Sdl2 config and pkg config on my host machine. Maybe we can, I guess we can just pass those in as options then. So like, Sdl2 config and, oh, that actually worked. But now it thinks I have Vorbis, which I don't. So is that just the same problem with a different flavor? Let's see. Have ALSA, have Vorbis. I don't have ALSA or Vorbis, so these are definitely, it's definitely confusing itself here. Have Vorbis. So where's it setting it? So if you're on Minji W32, or if JF AudioLib have Vorbis, all right. Set here. No, it's right here. So it's 0 originally, and then it does some manner of feature detection. So it calls pkg config to ask if exists Vorbis file. Okay, so that's how it finds ALSA and Fluid Synth as well, SDL. Although, or no, that's not pkg config, that's Sdl2 config. So we've overridden this one. We don't have a pkg config for Serenity, but we could do this, I guess. Pkg config, right? What happens if we just do that? Wait, what happens now if we say exists Vorbis file? I guess that does exist then. Oops. Yeah, okay. I guess if I say pkg config path, I'm just adding like additional search paths. I'm not replacing the search paths. So it will just fall back to my host. So maybe maybe the easiest way to solve this is just let's just like patch out these checks. Yeah, so I think we'll just like nuke these. Don't care, don't care. And something like that. Sdl, that's fine. We don't care about that one. Okay, so seems like everything builds, but now it can't link. It's trying to link against our various Serenity things. So where's the link command? GCC blah blah blah. Is this? Here's the link command. Okay. They're linking with G++. I don't know why. Because if I feel like all the code was C, but I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so here are the libs, and we need to actually add our own libs. So how do we do that? Do they have like a libs type thing? Game libs, libs, build libs. Libs and game libs. Libs. So maybe we can just add our libs here. Let's see. Libs plus equals undefined reference to ALSA whatever. But I I patched out all the ALSA checks. Let's do a clean build. Maybe I don't know. Maybe ALSA is being included from somewhere else, but I feel like that's easy to fix, whatever. Like, we just need to patch those out. Okay, so it was probably just a unclean build. Undefined reference to VA sprintf. We don't have that? Okay, seems like we don't. What is vasprintf? Print to allocated string. Analogs of sprintf and visprintf, except that they allocate a string large enough to hold the output, including the terminating null byte. The pointer should be passed to free. Okay, all right. So it's like a sprintf that allocates for you automatically. There are GNU extensions. FreeBSD supports it as well. Yeah, right. All the BSDs do, I guess. Okay, so I'm guessing that we're just gonna have to support this. So what does it do? So they pass in amp buff, which is just a pointer. Okay, and then it just allocates behind the scenes however much is necessary, and then they free it later on. I mean, we can just implement vasprintf in RC library. That doesn't sound tricky. So where is sprintf? Let's just go to stdio.h. Oh, maybe I add a bump the copyright year here. Set this to libc. Okay, so where is sprintf? vsprintf. Okay. a as printf. Just takes the pointer to a character buffer. What do they call that? Stirp. That works for me. And we also needed as printf, since we're here anyway. We'll put that one next to sprintf. Yeah. Cool. Okay, and then our printf engine or implementation or whatever, it is implemented using this put character callback. So we use this to implement format strings in a variety of ways through this interface you call printf internal, and then you pass it a lot of information, but the important thing is you're passing it a put character function. So we can actually use this to sort of feed ourselves the information that we need. So I guess vas printf would be something like this, and then what do we get? We get the buff putter and a character that we're gonna do okay. Stirp app. Oh, wait, actually, this reminds me, we already have something sort of like this in the string class. We have string format, which it already kind of does exactly this. So you just pass it like a printf format string, some arguments, and then it will internally create a string builder, construct string based on the format string, and give you the thing as a string. So we could actually just piggyback on this implementation. And let's see. So string format funct, or wait, no, we have to use v. Do we have string here? Let's get string. V formatted, that's what I'm thinking of. Let me pass in funct and app, is that it? Or no? No, that's not the one I'm thinking of. Oh, we don't have a variant of this that takes a VA list, but we can fix that. That's the easy part. So we'll just make one that takes a VA list here. Format attribute requires variadic function. Oh, interesting. Sure, okay. Makes sense. And then we will just we'll just split this into two and then have one call the other, I think. Is this how we do that? And then maybe I should just be using this thing in the first place. Okay, yeah, I'm making this harder than it needs to be. So let's just make a string builder directly here. That's what I should have been doing. And then we already have append df, so I can just do it like that. And then I set stirp to stirred up of builder to string characters. And return, wait, what do I return? The number of bytes printed. So length cool. And then we had AskPrintf as well. Yeah. So that one takes dot. Funct and app. Oh, wait. I'm mixing these up. This is how it goes. Right. Okay, I think we're good. And then I don't need to make any of those string changes I originally started messing with there. Yeah, that was much easier to do this way. So it's not optimal because we're essentially doing double the amount of heap allocations, but since I don't particularly care about this API being super fast right now, I'm just gonna do it the easy way. I would rather build this with blocks that we already have instead of trying to get fancy. And then I don't love the narrowing conversion here, so let's see. I guess really this is a size T, right? Well, we can actually verify that length is less than or equal to int max. Yeah. Then we have done our due diligence, at least verifying that it's not a ginormous number. I guess, oh, and then of course we have to rebuild a lot of things now because we changed Sdl.h, which a lot of people include. I wonder how many people include that. Sdl.h. Probably almost everyone, because of it's just such a common include. Anyway, once we have these functions, then we'll see what comes next. We can just assume that this is not null, I guess. Stirp. You return -1 if allocation wasn't possible or some other error occurred. Sure. FreeBSD will set stirp to null on error. Okay. So I don't know, we don't really have any errors on this path. Like if string builder fails, it will just crash internally anyway. So I think that's maybe okay. So now I'm just going to install the headers. Okay, and let's try to build again. And it builds. Duke 3D. No such file or directory. Sure. Because it's a 32-bit LSB shared object. So this is a Serenity build of the build engine. Can we just install that thing? Make install? No, you cannot. Okay, let's just copy it to my home directory and see if we can just run it. There was a problem initializing the build engine. Calculation of a radar angle, I don't know, yielded unexpected results. That's weird. Radarang. Radar ang, or we should search for unexpected results. Calculation of radarang yielded unexpected results because they are doing a CRC check on an array of, so I guess they're building some kind of lookup table here and then CRCing it to verify that it turned out okay. And then it didn't turn out okay. Where are they building it? Here. Okay, what is this? Do set aspect. Or wait, no, this is Radarang 2. The electric boogaloo. Load tables. Okay. Radarang. So a bunch of math and an ATAN. Okay, so I bet you that our ATAN in Serenity has some bug because our math library functions are kind of all hand rolled, so they're not always like super precise, and they might not give you the exact same results that you would expect. It seems interesting to me that they're so confident in the exact outcome here that they are doing a CRC check on the result. But I guess if it worked on everybody else, as I recall it, almost every operating system or almost every C library does not implement their own math functions, but they all just take these ancient functions from Sun Microsystems. So we're like the only C library that doesn't do that I know of. But maybe there are others, I just don't know of them. So I don't particularly want to investigate how to implement more precise ATAN right now. So how about we just do this? Like, if not defined Serenity. What if we just don't? We just live with our crappy arctangent calculations. Oh wait, that was the install target. Okay, and then let's copy. Also, let's look up ATAN libm or whatever. What's that? Let's see. What does muzzle do? atan.c. Origin FreeBSD, sure. Yeah, look at this. So this is like 1993 by Sun Microsystems. And then they do this like stuff. to compute the arctangent in what I assume is a very efficient or very correct way. I don't know. I've never actually tried to invest the time to understand how these implementations work, but they all look like this. And I don't know. So, okay, let's see what happens if we just run the game here. Fail to load palette.dat. Okay. Well, I mean, I didn't give you any data files, so that makes sense. So let's just base home on JF Duke 3D, and then we'll take all of the data files and just jam them in there. Ooh, look at that. Looks pretty reasonable so far. Warning, adult content. Oh, that's right. I think we can handle it. Oh, the sound even works. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, I can. All right. I feel like that lazy game reviews guy. Always playing Duke Nukem on everything. Okay, all right. This is very neat, but it's kind of weird that it's just in the top left of the screen like this. So, can we make it not full screen? Did it crash? Well, it didn't crash, but attempting to set SDL window full screen to false, and then goodbye. That's strange. So, wait, set. Let's see what they do with set full screen then. Full screen. Window, create window. Okay, wait. Where is all the SDL stuff anyway? SD layer 2? SDL layer 2? It's probably here. Okay, so create window. Set video mode. I feel like this is the function probably. So, what are they doing? Create window. And then it didn't print any errors or anything. We have a bunch of operation not supported, but it keeps going, so it's probably some inessential operation. Like, why is it exiting? Strange. I don't know exactly why. I mean, it's probably something weird in our SDL port that we don't behave correctly when it's trying to switch to windowed mode, but we just get setting window video mode. Okay, so where does it say that? Setting video mode. Oh, this is probably the Win32 implementation. Yeah, right. So we care about this one. Okay, so that's the last thing we see. We don't see this. We're not compiling with this on. Oh, wait. I wonder if it's that the behavior in Serenity is that if your application closes its last window, then the whole app will just close. The whole app will exit, because we assume that, like, well, if you had Windows and now you've closed all the windows, then probably you don't care anymore. So maybe we shouldn't do that here. The implicit close behavior is a little bit strange. So I think it's in GUI application. We have quit when last window deleted. So you can override this in your application, and it's just the default is that when the last window is deleted, we will close the app. So probably what's happening is that they close the full screen window and then construct a new window, but somehow we just we're not doing that in an order that keeps us alive. Or where do they close full screen? Oh, here, shut down video. So maybe we should, in our SDL port, let's see. Let's just open the port. I was working on the SDL port just yesterday. Let's see. Okay, and then you want to look for the GUI application. Here is where we construct it. So we could, when we start our application, we can say like set quit when last window deleted false and make that the behavior, and then because I guess SDL applications, they're going to call SDL quit anyway. I think the thing that breaks now is that if you just click like the X button in a window, then we get this close request. Oh, wait, we already have code to deal with that, actually. Cool, okay, so maybe this will just be fine. Let's see. Let me build and install a new version of SDL then. Maybe I can just rebuild. Okay, that would be nice if this is really that simple. And if my hypothesis is correct, I didn't even consider that it might not even be the problem. But we'll see. Ooh, that totally works. And then moment of truth, if I X here, it stays up. Okay, so that's the problem. So we should be doing this close request, and then we're doing a send quit. And then what? Are you just not reacting to SDL quit? -1. Wait, what? Okay, well, I think I'm not exactly sure what how we're gonna fix that one perfectly, and I'm not gonna get trapped trying to figure out the right approach to that now, because it's super cool that this works at all. So let's just see if we can play the game. Oh wow, it has these old controls, like no WASD. I mean, I guess I could change it, but it's kind of charming to play with the old style controls. So I didn't play much Duke Nukem 3D as a kid, but I do remember thinking it was kind of neat. Let's see, how do we open these? Okay. Alright, stop shooting me. Alright. Probably gonna die pretty soon. I don't even know how much health I have. Okay. Oh. Maybe there's some button I can press for that. No, it's not that. Level stats. Status bar? Oh, there's the status bar. Oh, weird. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, let's not get stuck playing, but it is cool. Very, very cool that we got this working. So I guess let's do some commits here. We just have the VA sprintf and the a sprintf. So let's add those. Implement asprintf and vasprintf. These simply use string format. Oh, no. String builder, which is not optimal for heap allocations in terms of heap allocations, but simple enough. And I don't think they are performance sensitive functions anyway. Cool. Okay. That's awesome. Very, very awesome. And, oh no, this was JF Duke Serenity. And our changes are, right, the Ratarang thing. So, yeah, so we need to improve our ATAN implementation because it is, I guess, imprecise or whatever. So a little to do for the future. Although we should probably investigate whether they're just assuming that everybody has that specific implementation and our values are actually perfectly reasonable, or if it's actually that we are kind of off where the values should be. I don't know. But that's pretty cool. So I think I'm not going to clean everything up and make like a proper port in the video. I'll do that offline. So at this point, I'm just going to say that I'm glad we have a new game, and thank you very much for watching. I hope that you saw something interesting here. I think porting games, like these old games, is a very interesting exercise, and it's fun to see these old code bases come to life on modern systems. So I hope you enjoyed the little journey here. Yeah, that's it. So thanks for checking it out. I will see you next time. Bye.